Okay. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Wassalatu wassalamu ala Sayyid al-Mursaleen. Amma ba'd. Right, sit properly. Right. So in the last lesson, we looked at what was happening. The Prophet ﷺ now started to give da'wah, and he started to call people to Islam. And now, guess what? He's calling the whole of Makkah to Islam. But guess what? They don't like him much. And they don't like. No, it's fine. They don't like Islam much, and they don't like the Prophet ﷺ much, and they don't like what he's calling to much. And today's lesson, what we're going to look at is year number 4 and year number 5. And in year number 4, the Prophet ﷺ carried on calling. Year number 4 meaning year number 4. This is the 4th year that he's a prophet, and the 5th year that he's a prophet. That's what we're going to look at today. So in the 4th year, he carried on calling people to Tawheed. And people, he kept telling them, listen, making shirk makes no sense. Worship Allah alone. He's the one that created you by himself. Then why are you worshipping anything else? But guess what they did? What? They started calling the Prophet ﷺ names. They started calling the Muslim names. They started bullying them. They started snatching from them. They started, what else did they do? They didn't let anybody hear the Quran. They didn't let anybody pray.
They covered everybody's ears.
Yeah, they were covering people's ears. They started saying that the Quran, he's made it up. It's just a story. It's not even real. Don't listen to the Quran. Some of them started saying, well, yeah, if you're speaking the truth, let us see Allah then. Huh? If you're calling us to Allah, where's Allah? Let us see the angel, Saleh. Some of them started saying, all right, listen. Okay, listen. Let's be Muslim for 1 year, and let's be mushrik for 1 year. Let's be Muslim for 1 year, and let's be mushrik again for another. Saleh, sit, Muhammad. Right? So then Allah revealed the surah Kafirun. Qul ya ayyuhal kafirun. Allah says, oh, people of Makkah, say to them, La a'budu ma ta'budun. You will not worship what I worship. I will not worship what you worship, and you will not worship what I will worship. Lakum dinukum waliyadin. You have your religion, I have my religion. We can't mix it up. Either you have Tawheed or you don't have Tawheed. And then guess what they started to do? This is the house of Abu Talib. And what they started to do with Abu Talib is they started going to Abu Talib and said to Abu Talib, listen, Abu Talib, don't you want to make your dad happy? Are you going to carry on in a religion that is not your dad's religion? He wasn't Muslim, but as in he was protecting Islam. So they were saying, don't you want to make your dad happy, Abdul Muttalib? Abdul Muttalib would be very upset if he found out what you were doing and you are against us and you are supporting Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam when he's telling us not to worship the idols, and they're saying, isn't that more important for you? Isn't your family more important? That's called blackmail. What's it called? Blackmail. And blackmail basically means, if you don't do something for me, I will punish you in a different way. So say for example, I've got a secret of yours. I will say to you, listen, if you don't wash the dishes, I'll tell everybody your secret. That's called blackmail. And blackmail is haram. And Allah doesn't like blackmailing. Yeah? So what they started to do, they started to blackmail Abu Talib. Why do you think they're trying to blackmail Abu Talib? What's the reason?
So then he can forget about Muhammad.
He can forget about Muhammad. What's Abu Talib doing for Muhammad right now?
Helping him.
Protecting him. Yes, he's helping him, but he's protecting him. So what they're saying to Abu Talib, stop protecting him. If he stops protecting him, then what? Then what?
Then everyone can bang him out.
Exactly, everyone could do whatever they want to Muhammad and maybe even try and kill him. So now they know that, but Abu Talib is not budging. And they had a meeting in his house, and they kept telling him, Abu Talib, what are you doing? And he's like, no. Abdul Muttalib told me when Muhammad ﷺ was a young man, look after him. So I must look after him. I'm going to continue to look after him as long as I'm alive. And I'm not going to mess that up. It's a responsibility. So you can get out of my face, and I'm not going to listen. Abu Talib didn't exactly get out of my house, probably even, and he didn't listen to what they were saying. Now this is very important, and I think we talked about it in the last lesson. Is having Tawheed and Taqwa and Ikhlas easy or is it not easy?
Not easy.
Is
You
doing
said
the
that already.
I know. Is doing the right thing easy or not easy? And we said that it's not easy. Why? How do we know that it's not easy? How do we know that it's not easy?
Because some people can't following.
For 13 years. That's longer than both of you have been alive. Put together. For 13 years, the Prophet ﷺ called the people to have Tawheed, to have Taqwa, to have Ikhlas. Stop it. Please, stop it. Both of you.
Okay.
Stop it. Saleh. Right.
Okay.
What did I just say?
For 13 years.
What was the Prophet ﷺ doing?
Calling everyone.
To Tawheed. And they could understand Arabic. They could see the Prophet ﷺ speak the Quran, recite the Quran. They could see the Prophet ﷺ. Imagine if you saw the Prophet ﷺ. Would your iman go up or go down?
Come on.
Exactly. They had all of those things. No. They had all of those things. And despite that, they still couldn't understand Islam. Or they didn't want to understand Islam. That teaches us that being a Muslim is not easy. Having Tawheed is not easy. And if anybody tells you that it's easy, then that's wrong. If anybody tells you that you need to pray 5 times a day, oh, it's so easy, anybody can do it. No, it's wrong. You need to be patient. You need to have taqwa. You need to carry on. You need to keep remembering Jannah. You need to keep remembering that this dunya is going to fade. You need to keep remembering that Shaitan is trying to attack you and that he's going to make you go astray. Because these people from the Quraysh, they knew that Muhammad ﷺ was speaking the truth. Let me tell you a story. Abu Jahl. Who's Abu Jahl?
One of the Prophet's uncle.
Kind of. That's Abu Lahab. Abu Jahl was one of the elders of Quraysh, but he hated the Prophet ﷺ the most. He harmed him. Remember the story about the camel that looked like a dinosaur?
Yeah.
That was Abu Jahl. Don't you remember? He said, "I'm going to get a rock
And
if I
the
see
fire,
him again."
and the fire.
And the fire with the angels, right? Abu
And
Jahl.
they even see
Listen,
them.
listen. The Prophet ﷺ, he used to pray late at night, reciting the Quran when everybody's gone to sleep, and he prays the Salah and he makes it long. That's what the Prophet ﷺ used to do, and Allah loves that. That's called tahajjud. What's it called? And that's what we do in Ramadan as well. Right, now, the Prophet ﷺ used to do tahajjud next to the Kaaba. Abu Jahl quietly used to go and listen to the Prophet ﷺ.
So like a secret ninja.
Like a spy, exactly, yeah. He went to spy on the
Spy
Prophet ﷺ. But he wanted to listen to the Quran. He used to love listening to the Quran. And one day a person met him late at night. So what are you doing late at night? All the streets are dark. Everybody's sleeping. There's no electricity. 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock in the morning. What are you doing outside? He said, oh, I just came out for no reason. I won't do it again. And they kept catching him going out to the Kaaba listening to the Prophet ﷺ. And then he said one day he got really angry and frustrated. He said, I know what he's got. It's the Quran. I know it. He started getting angry. But I can't follow him because he's following a different tribe. And if I follow that tribe, Banu Hashim, if I follow that tribe, then what am I going to say to my own tribe? So these people, they knew. And the point I'm making here is that having Tawheed and following the Quran and praying Salah, etc., it is not easy. And we need to have Iman and we need to keep working on it. And we need to keep reminding ourselves about Allah and Jannah and Jahannam and Shaitan, about doing good deeds every single day. Right, I don't think we're going to have enough time for the migration to Ethiopia, Africa there. We're not going to have enough time for year 5. But we'll just finish year 4. What also happened in year 4 here...
Year 4, year 5.
Yeah, oh yeah, it's like school, isn't it? In year 4 of the Prophet ﷺ becoming a prophet, what's that in the middle that you've drawn there for him, Muhammad? Kaaba.
Except it's got windows.
What's this?
Safa.
It was there from last time. Yeah? And now on the other side of Safa, they've got a house called al-Arqam. Now this man, his name was al-Arqam. And he was a very, very rich man. And he became Muslim. And he was actually related to Abu Jahl. But he wanted to keep it quiet. Why? Why does he want to keep it quiet?
So then he doesn't...
Exactly.
Because he might get killed.
Exactly. His uncle's going to find out. Then he's definitely going to get banged out. So now Al-Arqam has a good idea. He goes, I'm rich. Yeah? I'm rich and I want to keep it a secret. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a special house for the Muslims. And this became like a masjid for them. And this was the house of al-Arqam. And now what happens is that they've got a safe place to pray, they've got a safe place to learn, they've got a safe place to just even go if they just wanted to get away from people who are harming them.
So it's like a
can
youth
go there.
club.
Well, kind of, but they were not youth. But kind of, yeah. Like a headquarters. That was the house of al-Arqam. Right. And in tomorrow's lesson, we're going to talk about the very important event of the migration to Africa. Yeah. هذا والله أعلم. Who's pressing the button? Who's button? Wait. Say it with me. هذا والله أعلم. Wait. Say, oh Allah. Oh, say, oh Allah. Give us Iman. Make us love the Prophet ﷺ and follow his religion. And give us Jannah. And save us from the fire. هذا والله أعلم. وصلى اللهم على نبينا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين.